Hey guys, what's up? El Capitan here, and welcome back to the What is Football Podcast. Today I have Arpan and Brian with me again. Say hello. Well, at the same time. Okay.
Well, you didn't give Arpan a chance.
Well, he said my name first, so I said first.
I did say Arpan's name first.
We should pause, like Arpan, and then he says hi, and then Brian, and then I'm like, yo, what's up, bitches?
Or we cannot do that. Anyway, welcome back to week 2. Week 1 went really well. It's the most viewed video on my channel, so
Nerd.
Thanks, man. Pretty good. It's pretty good thing. So we're gonna keep doing this.
Can we bring up the point that Spencer put one out the same?
I was so upset. We recorded this on Monday, and then it
Tuesday.
was going out. No, we recorded it Monday.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we did.
We recorded it Monday.
Fuck off.
I was editing it Monday night, putting it up Tuesday, and Tuesday morning when I went to put it up, I see a video on Spencer FC's channel
Podcast.
of he's starting a new football-related podcast. So
Basically,
I
he
cried.
copied our idea.
Basically, he stole our
We
idea.
should have trademarked it, but we forgot.
But our idea went up after, so it looks like we copied.
Spencer went changing.
Yeah,
Truth.
he already has IMO.
Yeah,
I know, right? That's why I didn't think he was either way.
Asshole.
Asshole.
Wait, hold on.
JK, we love you,
Cut this part out.
Okay, I don't want to do that. It's staying in. Brian, sing a
What?
theme song for the podcast.
No,
Damn it.
No, that can't do that. That's Sports Center.
I mean, I do have my rap, but no.
You should write a podcast theme song rap.
I'm not spitting bars in a cafeteria.
Can you keep up?
Anyway,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
on to this week's soccer. First
Football.
game of the weekend, football. First game of the weekend.
If we're talking about soccer, how about the Timbers winning the MLS?
USA. USA. Yeah, 2
No one
goals in the
wants to
first
hear
7
about that.
minutes to take a roaring lead.
Yeah,
Amazing stuff.
And no one else cares besides us.
And Kamara scored another
Nah,
goal.
I don't even care.
Sad face. I'm the only one that cares, I think.
Yeah.
I just saw this thing on Snapchat. I watched that.
Yeah, Twitter showed me.
I watched the game. It was good.
I was watching football.
Anyway,
American
Stoke versus
style.
Man City. First game of the weekend.
Yes.
It was the first shock of a long
The day.
weekend full of shocks.
The day.
Even the weekend, dude, Sunday was nuts as well. We should say before we start that we are recording this Monday morning in
Before
America,
Everton
which
plays
is
Crystal
before Everton
Yeah.
plays Crystal Palace.
Wait, so should we start guessing the...
Let's guess the Crystal Palace Everton game.
well,
yeah,
we're
'cause,
not
like-
going to count that one.
But so we're never going to guess the Monday games then?
No, we ARPing it a week before. We just won't know who got it right until after that podcast is done.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'd be
because this
weird
is
if
going up after that.
No, because it still goes on the table because it's for like the whole season.
Okay, on to soccer.
We should.
Back to Stoke Man City.
You should just put it in the edit. Like we don't have to talk about it, but just like when you put it up on the.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Yeah.
Because it goes up Tuesday.
Exactly.
Okay, so Stoke City. Mark Hughes, former Manchester City manager, takes Stoke. He was at home. He didn't take him anywhere. Man City come to him, and they lose to Stoke City. Away from home, but still, it's Stoke City. Arnautovic scores twice.
Should have scored more.
Should have scored 5.
He set up Shaqiri for the easiest goal at one point, and Shaqiri also
That's
just
true.
missed.
Joe Hart made a couple good saves. I'll give him that. But City's defense was horrific. The fact that Stoke even got, 5, 6, 7 chances like that, even if they don't go in.
Yeah, that means and Stoke lost last week to Sunderland, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And Sunderland's horrific.
So they beat at the time they lost to the team that was on the bottom of the table 1 week, and then the next week they beat the team at the top of the table.
Yeah, they go up at the other end of the table and win.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Basically. So what's wrong with Manchester City? Is it down to just Vincent Kompany? Because obviously he's out again with injury.
I think it's just all the injuries that are piling up to their big names. Because Yaya Toure didn't play either, did he?
I'm not sure. No comment. I can't remember.
Aguero didn't play.
Aguero's out injured, that's for sure.
David Silva, did he
That's what
play?
hurts him, Aguero.
So if Aguero's back, do Manchester City at least tie the game?
No, they played shitty defense.
You don't think... Right, but my point is, would Aguero and Silva have given them enough chances to tie the game, do you think?
Maybe. I think
know.
with the attacking threat, Stoke might have played more defensive.
Right.
But that's
it's
just
like
speculative.
exactly. But my point is like, I feel like even with them back, there's just something missing from their team.
Yeah.
When company's
Defense.
not there. Right, but even like it. I know.
It's
But,
his
like,
leadership too. Cause
I think that's what I was gonna say. I think it's a leadership thing. I think company is the only leader they have. Because like the problem with these teams that buy all these players, you see it at Real Madrid sometimes. Like,
They don't
in that El
communicate,
Clasico. There's just no leadership. They have a bunch of players that are all really good players.
Don't call Ronaldo just a player.
I'm talking about Man City right now. But
He was
that
just
works
a
too.
player
He's
in El
just a player.
Clasico.
He's just a player. And, like, when you don't play as a team in a team sport, you're not going to win. And they have a bunch of individual players out on the field that are not together.
Riyad Mahrez, individual performance.
But
Yeah,
Leicester's a team.
Remember the beginning of the season when everyone's just like, there's no one stopping Man City?
I know. And then they got these injuries. And it's...
What are they, fourth in the table right now?
Yeah, they're fourth.
Tied with Man U?
Or no, they're third. Man U's fourth.
I know, but they have the same amount of points. So it's
maybe,
kind of like
yeah.
the same thing.
But yeah, I think what City needs is a leader, which is not something you can buy, which means that City are going to struggle to find that, I think. Because I don't see...
Who is their captain? Company?
Yeah.
And he's a good leader, but like that's all they have. I'm not sure who their vice captain is. I'm not sure who.
Is it Toure?
It might be Toure.
He also missed.
But if he missed out, I'm not sure who was captain. Maybe Joe Hart? I'm not sure. Either way, I just don't think City have enough young players coming through. Like usually.
Oh, what about
usually,
that?
Iheanacho?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Strikers are. Point being, what you want in a captain is like what Chelsea have usually. It's like you want a player that comes through from your youth academy and like grows up at the club and lives and breathes the club. And it's rare nowadays, but like, right, Wayne Rooney didn't come through the youth academy, but he joined young enough that it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But like,
same thing with Terry.
Right. I guess that's technically true. He came from West Ham. But like, I don't see City having any of those young players growing up at the club, living and breathing the club, and becoming captain. Like, I see this as an issue that's going to haunt City for a while until they learn that they need to actually appreciate their younger players, much like Chelsea.
Yeah, they need to start playing those guys, both teams.
Right. So I don't know.
Chelsea should get all their young guys involved just because they're done.
We'll get on to that. That'll come later. But I see this as a problem that's going to plague City for a while. And I think this is maybe a turning point. They got humiliated on Saturday. They got absolutely humiliated.
Yeah, you have to take it with a grain of salt, though, because they were missing 4 of their best players.
It's true, they were. But I see this, this is a sign of things to come after those players, Company's waning.
That's
he's
true.
not...
Yeah.
He's not been at the peak since they last won the title. Yeah, last year he had some games where he just looked like he didn't know what he was doing. So, they're not going to be around forever, those players, especially Company. So, and Toure. So
yeah, he was soft last year.
Right. So I see this as a problem that's gonna stick with them for a while. Speaking of problems, like my segue, Manchester United.
You have a swagway?
Oh, whoa. What problems are Man U?
Manchester United draw again. You're fourth place in the table, allegedly tied with Man City on points, so I'm not going to fire shots about that. But it's another draw where you don't score a goal. Brian, what's going wrong up front for Man U right now?
Well, Rooney was hurt. Martial hasn't scored in forever. You know what? One thing I do like, though, is Jesse Lingard. Speaking of players that have come up through the system, He's a fucking savage.
Yep, I'll give you that. But the fact that you have to specify... You specified 2 players, one was out and one hasn't scored in a while, but that's all you list. Like, why don't you have players that can score? Is that your issue? Is that,
what?
The other players on the team don't have the confidence to go out and score goals? Like Depay.
He scores
sometimes. But is it a confidence thing? Or is it are you not creating enough chances? Like, what do you think it is?
Van Gaal doesn't play him forward. He doesn't even play, really.
I know. I'm talking about your whole team in general. Though. Are you not creating enough chances, or is it just
there's
you're not
plenty
putting
of
them away?
chances. If you watched the West Ham game,
I did.
The first half, they had some chances, but West Ham had more. But the second half, they just kept firing shots after shots and shots and shots.
It's true.
Yeah. There was one Martial should have put away.
Martial is like
He
spun off the
tried to
outside of his
do
foot
too
and went
much.
just wide. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, are you talking about that one? Oh, yeah.
The one that was tailing away from
kind of the half volley.
post.
Or the one where Adrian made that savage.
That was amazing.
That was, yes.
Talking
They
of
should have scored, but
Buffalo, he could have put
West
that
Ham
to the
also-
side, but like that's
yeah,
safe.
but
at the other end though, De Gea in the first half made that big save from Victor Moses. He's made a couple big saves in that game, but I mean, over the course of the whole season, how many points has De Gea saved you? I mean, at this point,
well,
where would you guys
considering
be?
all the draws, they have 5, so probably 5 points.
I mean, if you had lost De Gea in the summer, if he'd gone to Real Madrid, where would you guys be right now?
Yeah, I think if
With
we had
Chelsea.
Valdez-
You'd be with Chelsea. That's a pretty accurate, pretty accurate statement.
No,
No.
5 minus 29. That's,
Yeah, but you wouldn't win as many games.
But you wouldn't
either.
win as many. Some of those wins would become draws.
Yeah, true.
So like that's what I'm saying is like De Gea is probably
A savage.
saving. So you have to pray for De Gea, and I want to ask you what you do in January, but we'll save that for as we get closer to January. But what do you need to do right now? Forgetting about transfers in January until January, what do you have to do right now to start scoring more goals? Do you think it's a mentality thing? Van Gaal needs to go out there and be less afraid to lose and actually go for games, or do you think it's
No, all right, so this is what I would do if I was Van Gaal.
Yep.
I'd put Young on the left wing because I like him out there.
okay?
I'd put Rooney at Cam. I'd put Mata at like a CM position. I don't like him outside
Okay.
because Mata's actually a savage.
Mata's
I'd
very
put Martial. Actually, no, I put Lingard on the right wing and Martial as striker.
And you think that would create enough chances?
Yeah, because Young and Lingard can get down the wings and they can cut inside.
And who would you use as your midfield anchor next to Mata?
Schneiderlin? I mean, not
You use
Schneiderlin.
Schweinsteiger?
Yeah.
You think
He's a
that would be good
savage.
enough? Because
Yeah.
right now you guys are playing both. Sometimes I shouldn't say all the time, but sometimes you guys play both, and I just don't think that you
Play
need
both
that much
what?
defense. Schweinsteiger and Schneiderlin, like alongside each other.
Oh, Schneiderlin doesn't do shit.
But that's my point. Is like neither of them. They can both go forward, especially Schweinsteiger, but neither of them are forward-thinking players. Like I feel like sometimes it's your midfield that like when Herrera comes.
I mean,
on.
Schweinsteiger, like, I think the past 2 goals, man, you have scored.
I know.
It.
But when Herrera comes on next to one of those two, he's a lot more dynamic in midfield. I think maybe that's your issue. Is your midfield is too afraid to go forward and join the attack.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like the way that Brian talked about it, if he puts Mata in
Right. That's
the center,
no, I agree.
yeah.
I think that would be a good because that's very much what Cazorla was doing for Arsenal.
Mhm.
He was an attacking midfielder playing next to a defensive rock, and it works until he's out for 3 to 4 months. But we don't have to talk about that.
Things happen.
Things
When you
happen.
scuff penalties, you tend to go and hide.
Not the same thing.
Speaking of Arsenal and injuries, unlike Man City, they somehow pulled off a pretty good win.
It,
All right,
it
wait,
was an
back-
ugly win.
Back to the West Ham Man U game.
Okay.
Speaking of injuries, West Ham should be proud of themselves
Why? To do it without Payet?
to do it without everyone. Moses.
Moses went off. Yep.
Who else? Was it
Lanzini.
Lanzini
Lanzini?
was out.
Mm-hmm.
Saka was out.
Yeah, so they did good.
So you're proud of West Ham. You
No,
think West Ham
definitely.
got a good point? Did Man U get a good point? Are you happy
No.
with the point? No. You
No.
want to win.
But the next 5 games for Man U are all bottom of the table games. So if they don't win all 5, I'm gonna be mad.
It's the BPL, Brian. Don't
no.
expect them to win.
I'm
all
excited.
5.
No, holding Brian to that.
It's
We're going to
like
see next 5
Bournemouth,
weeks.
Southampton,
Bournemouth just beat
Sunderland.
Chelsea.
They
Yeah.
didn't beat Chelsea. They fucking
They
kicked the
did.
goal in on accident.
We'll get there.
Yes.
Arpan had a good segue and you ruined it.
I
Arsenal
know,
Sunderland.
exactly. I made such a good segment, Brian. Like, no.
It was pretty good. He was like, no, rewind.
I was like, fuck. I did a thing.
So now
I
I'm just
missed
going
that. I
to
had to get a
forcibly move us on. Forcibly move us on to the next game. Arsenal Sunderland. It was an ugly win. It was a really ugly
How
win.
many goals did Arsenal score?
3.
3.
Nope, they scored 4.
Bastard. That was a good one.
I was waiting for that one.
That was a good one. I'll give you that. But, damn it. So it was an ugly win. Not one that I'm particularly proud of, but a win's a win, especially in a week where so many of the big teams didn't, get the points that they needed. Puts Arsenal up to second.
Yeah, fuck that.
Deservedly so. We've struggled for weeks, so this was a good turnaround. I think going into Champions League midweek, which we'll talk about later, I think it was an important 3 points.
Champions League is going to be so stressful.
I know.
Yeah, you guys are fucked. We're bad, but we don't have injuries.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. All
right, yeah.
So we struggled, but in the end, a 3-1 win. Maybe the scoreline looks more comfortable than it was, but I think we deserve to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Walcott back up front, finally, which I
Wilshere
think has
in the
been...
middle. Not Wilshere.
Wilshere's not back.
Ramsey guy. The other one.
Walcott back up front, I think, is going to be key for Arsenal. Because I think the reason we were so good in the beginning of the season was when we have Walcott at striker, he's like a winger, so he can like drift out wide, and like someone else can rotate in the middle, like Joel Campbell, or like it was A.F.C. But like...
Who?
A.F.C.
Who's that guy?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Which Giroud can't do. He can't drift out wide. So I think we're going to see Arsenal go back to scoring 3 to 4 goals a game now that Walcott's back. So I'm happy about that. But I'm also happy with...
What?
I don't know. I want to shout out
positivity.
Joel Campbell.
True.
Because I love him. He is my Costa Rican friend. And he scored again. So... good job, Joel Campbell. I don't think he's ever going to be like, Alexis Sanchez, big winger, but I think he could be a decent player for Arsenal in the future. A good rotation player, like Ashley Young is at Man U,
Yeah.
Just a good winger who can play in cup
Anywhere.
games when people get tired. He can play through the middle, either side, up top. So I'm happy with him.
He is the utility man.
He is a utility man, and he's
Ashley Young is the utility man.
Yeah,
go play goalkeeper. I got you, boss.
Got him.
The hand left.
He's like 5'9".
He's got like 4 goalies on the bench. Ashley Young, get in there.
Get in goal. Yeah. So shout out to Joe Campbell. I'm very happy. Anyone else have thoughts on
Ozil, whatever you
Oh, yeah.
Ozil.
Yep.
11 assists. Shitting on the rest of the Europeans.
Yes.
Yeah, he's finally coming good, unlike what I've always known he could do when we bought him from Real Madrid. And I'm enjoying it. I'm very happy.
This is
Finally other people are seeing what I've said the whole time, which is
because now he
can be the best player in the league. No, I know.
Everyone knew that, but they were making
No, not everyone.
FIFA gave him a pretty high rating.
Yeah, FIFA boosted his rating even after what he did last year, so they knew.
Yeah, but they knew ahead of time.
They knew. They control what happens in real life.
That's how it works. You're right. But yeah, Ozil's been insane. I want to look up for next week, depending on how Arsenal's game goes, if he gets another assist or goal, what the record is for most goals contributed to in a row, like goals and assists. Because even though he didn't assist last week, he scored. And I think the game before his assist streak, he also scored. So that's like 11 or 12 games in a row where he's contributed to a goal. So I want to find the record for that and see consecutively what that is and how close
it's at least 11.
At least 11, but I think Ozil's at 10 or 11.
Speaking of consecutive streaks, Jamie Vardy came to an end.
It's true. 11 games. But one game is not a drought. One game is not a drought when you've scored.
He still got an assist to Mahrez.
He did still get an assist to Mahrez, who scored a hat-trick. As Leicester absolutely embarrassed Swansea, in case anyone doesn't know. It was 3-0. Mahrez had a hat-trick.
In the first half, I believe.
No, that's not true.
Nope, I lied.
Yeah, it was 2 in the first half.
One in the 63rd minute to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's still the first half.
Yeah, true.
First half of...
Forgot about that rule.
150-minute game.
If they played
if they played
time and
two
penalties,
legs, if they played 2 legs, then
exactly. They do play 2 legs.
Right.
Second half's next year.
True. Anyway, Mahrez scores a hat trick.
Vardy should have scored.
Vardy should have scored. He missed a 1-on-1. I believe he even missed an okay chance later, or did he pass that one off? I can't remember. Either way, probably should have scored. But like I said, one game without a goal is not a drought after you've scored an 11 in a row. So Leicester, we keep saying they can't keep it up. They can't keep it up, but they keep keeping it up, much like KSI's EP. They keep keeping up. But I personally think it's going to end as soon as we hit January and they start playing teams a second time. I think that the teams will have figured out Jamie Vardy and Mahrez, they'll have solved what their unpredictability is, and they'll be able to stop them more.
Man U is the only team that stopped him.
Not true at all. Arsenal
beat them.
Wait.
Handily.
In their past couple games, they got form. They're 4.
I mean, they've only lost one game all season.
Yeah,
It was to
exactly.
Arsenal, but
Props.
yeah,
Arsenal
good game.
shafted them too.
Yeah, it was like 4-0. Alexi had a hat trick.
It was close. Like in the first 20 minutes, it was intense.
It was really close. But then Alexi scored a hat trick.
Yeah, and then Alexi did his thing, and that's why he's player of the year, not Vardy.
True. So, I think
told
it's
you
going to end
Swansea would get relegated.
I was just going to bring that up. Is that on the list? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Arpan said Swansea could be relegated last week.
Yeah. Now
Okay. Since you brought it up, what do you think?
Axe him. Axe Gary Monk.
You think Gary Monk's gone?
Bring in David Moyes.
Bring in David Moyes. Moyes. Okay. Interesting appointment you'd make there. What do you think, Brian? Gary Monk, who's Swansea manager, in case you didn't know. Stay or go?
I mean, they're pretty bad. Might as well get them out of there.
You think get him out of there?
I just Googled David Moyes. He doesn't want to go to Swansea.
Damn it, Moyes.
Don't blame him.
Okay, so.
It's funny because his name's Moyes.
Yeah, we know. Well, I know.
I don't know if
Brian knows.
You could have tricked me. I could have sounded like an idiot.
Okay, going back to Leicester. Like I said, I think they're going to be figured out in January. But I still think that their players are good enough to finish in the top, let's say, 8. What do you guys think? Where do you think Leicester are going to end up at the end of the season?
Oh, at least top 8. They're going to top.
If Vardy and Mahrez stay healthy.
I'm not asking you if that. I'm asking you what will happen.
Nope. I'm going to give you 2 answers.
Top 4.
What an asshole. Brian says top 4. Bold.
If either of them gets hurt, outside of top 8. If they both stay healthy,
top 8. Okay.
If both of them stay healthy, top 6.
Okay. Brian, that was bold. Top 4.
It's not bold if it's the first place team right now.
I know. I guess that's true. What do you think about January? Can Leicester keep a hold of Vardy and Mahrez in January?
I think they are. I don't think Vardy goes anywhere.
You don't think Vardy goes anywhere?
No.
Say Chelsea come in right now.
Chelsea and Man U want him.
Chelsea come in right now.
I don't want him at Man U.
£15 million bid. You're Leicester City. Do you let him go?
No, he's your team.
What about Mahrez? Mahrez is being linked with Arsenal, Barcelona, Real Madrid. He's being linked with all these.
Why would you sell it if you're the top place team?
I don't know. You still have to keep in mind you're Leicester City. You've only just come up from the Premier League last year. You don't have that much money. If Barcelona comes in for Riyad Mahrez with a £30 million bid.
Okay, you said 15.
No, I said 15 for Vardy. I'm saying Mahrez is a lot younger. I'm saying 30 million from Barcelona for Mahrez. Do you take it? Or do you keep it and try to challenge?
But you gotta weigh your options.
Push a little bit because
who could they bring in?
Right. That's my point. Is if they sell Mahrez, is there someone they could bring in that would keep them going as well, or is it worth it just to keep Mahrez?
I think it's good to keep Mahrez though because him and Vardy are just pace fucking animals.
I agree. If I was gonna let Mahrez go, I wouldn't let him go for anything less than Ozil money, £42.5 million.
I don't know.
Di Maria money.
Because he already speaks the language. He's already gelled in with the team.
Rosetta Stone.
He's second top. What?
Nothing.
Brian said Rosetta Stone because he couldn't figure out what
the language. He's second top assister and second top goal scorer in the league. I wouldn't let him go for anything less than that. Just because he's playing so well right now, I don't think it's worth it. But, okay, moving on to...
little baseball update. Aroldis Chapman to the Dodgers. Back to
football update. Aaron Rodgers threw a Hail Mary touchdown pass to win the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
Back to soccer update.
Back to England.
West Brom tied Tottenham. Somehow I tied a segue in there. By you guys segueing away, I segued back to soccer. West Brom tied Tottenham 1-1.
Dele Ali.
Thoughts? Dele Ali scored a very nice goal.
Prince Ali, Dele Ali.
He scored a really, really nice goal. He's still super young. Is he going to be a big player for England in the future? The next Gerrard, the next Lampard, etc.
To put it slow. Fuck.
Sure, if that's how you want to look at it. Is he going to be the next big England midfielder?
I'm going to put it in terms that even Ronaldo knows. See.
Oh, no.
Okay, then.
No?
I don't know. I don't know what I think of Ali. I think he's got the potential. He's got the potential. I guess that's true. I guess it depends on his attitude and if he stays at Tottenham and how well Tottenham. Like, I think very much his development's going to be connected with Tottenham's. If Tottenham go out and end up, reaching that top 4 standard, then I think Ali will become a star. If they don't, then I think he has to leave to fulfill his potential and go to a bigger team.
Chelsea.
Sure. Sure.
Mourinho got that?
Sure. Do you hear me? You hear me right now? So what do you think of Tottenham? Speaking of Tottenham's top 4 chances, what do you think? Come end of the season, will Tottenham make the top 4?
No.
They might sneak in top 6, not top 4.
You don't think top 4? I don't think top 4 either. People keep talking about saying they've got a chance to challenge for the title.
Yeah, I hear that too.
They
challenge
do
for the
because
title, make it in the top 4. I don't think that
the
they're
only
good
reason I
enough.
say that is because there's only 3 teams right now that honestly have a chance at the title.
All right, who are those teams?
Arsenal, City, and United would be
Okay, all right, cheers.
I would agree.
Because Leicester, I mean, they're playing good. They're having their Cinderella story, but, midnight comes and they fuck.
Turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, they fucking turn into a
Jamie
pumpkin.
Vardy turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And then I don't see West Ham keeping any...
I agree, especially now that Payet's out.
Liverpool...
West Ham's gone. West Ham's gone.
Yeah, Liverpool, we'll get on to them, but Liverpool... Okay, I'll agree with you there. I think it's Arsenal, Man U, and Man City, and the 4 spots up for grabs between Tottenham, Liverpool, and Leicester.
Yes, and Chelsea.
So, man, you have to have a recovery, but we'll get there. Either way, I agree. There is a 4th place spot up for grabs that hasn't been for a couple years now, but I just think their team is too young. I think it's like Leicester. I think once other teams in the second half of the season figure out like that unpredictable flair that these younger kids that haven't really played in the league before have, I don't think they're going to be able to last. I don't think they have the mental strength to be able to last that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a great American football analogy.
Okay.
Leicester City is just like Colin Kaepernick.
But he's great for half a season and then he falls apart?
Yeah, dude. Actually, I mean, we don't know they're going to fall apart, but that's the prediction.
Potentially, that's the prediction. Okay, one more Spurs player. Harry Kane missed a pretty big chance, to be honest, in the second half. And earlier in the season, he was struggling a lot as well. Is he going to be capable of being England's long-term striker solution over maybe a Sturridge or a Welbeck? Is he good enough to do that?
Yes.
Yes. You think that Harry Kane is good enough? What do you think, Brian?
He's streaky as fuck, but he can do it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You really think... Okay, I personally don't rate Harry Kane. And that's not like just an Arsenal-Tottenham thing. I just don't see it. I just don't get it sometimes with him. He's not particularly fast, which granted you don't have to be as a striker, but he's also not a target man. You know, he's not big, he can't hold the ball up. He just kind of exists.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe if he has
clinical finisher.
Right, maybe if he has a strike partner with him.
Yo, him and Jamie Vardy. Oh.
Yeah, sure. Like him
and Sturridge.
Him and someone that has like anything about them, maybe. But like when he's up there by himself, like he is for Tottenham right now, I just don't see him doing the job like he is, or like he isn't. I guess missing that chance.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just too young and he'll develop into a more complete player over time. But I don't know. Just personally, I don't see it.
You want to hear a cool stat?
Sure.
Sad stat. Chelsea this year, even if they win out the rest of their games, can't get as many points as they did last year.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We're almost halfway at this point.
They've already lost like as many games as they did last year.
They only lost 3 last year.
I think they've lost twice.
They've almost lost 3 times as many. If they lose when they lose next week, they will have lost 3 times as many.
Speaking of Chelsea, lost to Bournemouth this week at home.
Yeah.
I whisper so Arpan doesn't yell at me. Arpan,
no.
What happened?
Bad things happened.
Bad things happened, Arpan. Courtois came back in a goal.
He fucked it up.
You think he's at fault?
No. Well, yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
It was his fault. He could have cleared that ball. The goal that Bournemouth scored came off like a whiffed, like a muffed punch by Courtois.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, that's not like that happens sometimes. But then like they didn't score any goals. But like that's their
Right.
problem.
I think-
That's where the whole mess comes about.
I think
'Cause
if
their
Bournemouth,
defense-
I think if Bournemouth go away to Chelsea and do manage to score a goal, Chelsea should still win that game.
Yeah, like
Comfortably.
4-3, 4-1.
Right. Hazard started up front again. What are your thoughts on that?
What Mourinho's drunk? Or
I
something.
like him up front.
I don't.
I don't either. I don't think he can play up front. I'll be honest.
He's not a striker. He's like a winger. That's where he does his damage. He's fast. He's got pace. He's got skills. You want him like
Right, he's got some flair. He can give the ball to the striker. But when
Right.
he is the striker, there's no one for him to give the ball to. And like they tried to do in Arsenal
Mhm.
with Walcott up front, where like occasionally Hazard would like go out wide and like
Yeah,
Oscar would drift in up front. But it just like
I don't know. You
that
can't.
works when you have like 3 or 4 players that can score up there. Like Arsenal have like Alexi, Theo, and someone
get
else.
it. Arsenal
In theory, if you said this last year, I'd say, well, Pedro can score, Hazard can score, Willian
Yeah.
can score, Oscar can score. But this year, I don't know.
But
They
this
just
year you
don't
just
have the
can't.
clinical finishing. Like no one can score, ever.
At the end of that game, or at least near the end of that game, Chelsea had 3 recognized strikers in the field. They had Bertrand Traore, they had Diego Costa, and they had Remy. And then they had Hazard still in the field, who had started the past 2 games as a striker. And they scored 0 goals.
Yeah, but that's different because then Bournemouth has everyone behind the ball, and it's basically like you need
But this was before they scored.
no,
All those subs were made.
no,
Or at least 2 of them were. Maybe Remy wasn't on yet.
fine, but still, I
But
don't
you
know.
just can't score. Much like Man U.
Yeah, worse
I'm
than
gonna ask
that.
you. I'm gonna ask you much like.
Can't be
I mean the
worse.
question.
Zero
Much like the
is equal
question
to
I asked
0.
Brian. Why can't Chelsea score? Is it a confidence thing? Is it a lack of chances thing? Why can't they score?
It's a little bit of both. I feel like it's a confidence thing. Like no one is like making that last run or like has the confidence to actually, I shouldn't say that because Matic took some really questionable shots from everywhere.
Isn't he a
Pedro-
CDM?
Yes. But he pushes up and whenever he gets the ball like 25 yards out, he goes, "Oh, I'm the best long shotter ever." And he just like hits the ball along the ground 20 yards wide. And Pedro shoots a lot too, but like I don't know. The chances aren't there. Like they can keep possession in the opposing like team's third, but then once it comes time to like make that incisive pass, make the shot, it's just not there. This is all the build up, but none of the goal.
Fair play. So we're going to move on to a new segment now that I've just decided to call "How Do Fix."
How do fix?
How do fix?
I will
And
determine the winner.
Arpan, okay. And Arpan is going to tell us, as a Chelsea fan, how do fix Chelsea right now.
How do fix?
Before January 1st.
Before January, how do fix?
Yep.
How do fix is you put Costa up front as striker for remainder of December and see if he can get back in form. If he no get in form, give back to Atletico Madrid, take money, and go sign Griezmann. Do trade.
I said before January.
Nope, that is before January.
Okay.
And then let's see. I'd put Hazard in left wing because that's where he should be because that's what he does. That's where he excelled last year.
Mhm.
So I mean, like eventually he's got to figure that out. He's got to be Ronaldo, better than Ronaldo because I think it's all Mourinho's fault.
Bold
Because
statements.
Mourinho said he's better than Ronaldo, so then now he's not, and that doesn't make any sense. And then I think Willian should definitely be on the right.
I like
Actually,
Willian.
He's really good, but I think if we put Pedro on the right, so have Hazard, Pedro, and Diego Costa up front, keep Willian at like cam because he actually plays defense and has a high work rate, and then Matic and Ramirez behind him, or Fabregas. But Fabregas I don't like because he never plays well, so I'd say bench
Does Fabregas
Fabregas for now.
still wear that thing around his head?
No,
That was when he broke
Okay.
his nose. That wasn't
Matic has one.
a fashion statement.
Speaking of that, there was a cross that came in during the game that a Bournemouth guy had across the 6-yard box, and it just hit Matic in the face and went over the goal. That was really
Nice.
funny. But yeah, no, I would drop Fabregas because he's awful.
Okay, okay. And then in January, what do you do? You said Griezmann, but is there anything else you'd do?
I mean, you got to bring in a striker. That's goal number one.
Just striker, you think?
Like we need. I mean, because the defense, aside from the bad, like 20 seconds of play on Saturday, Chelsea haven't given up a goal in their past 4 games. So I mean, their defense is getting
what about
there.
Ivanovic?
That's
Good
true.
idea.
I mean, yeah, Chelsea's Inter Milan was interested in him, so I mean they could sell him, but even over the last couple games he's been playing better, so I don't even think they need to. But if they were to do that, it wouldn't be bad because they have Espilicueta
and he has getting on. He's 32 or 33 now.
That's true. Yeah,
But they have Baba.
that's true. That's one thing that makes me angry is they have arguably the best left back from the Bundesliga last year.
And I thought he played well.
He did
on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. He plays well. He's got pace and he can push forward, make the overlapping runs, all that. And I don't know. I'd be fine with taking out Ivanovic and then even Aina, the backup right back or left back. I don't remember.
Right back.
Yeah, give him a chance eventually. Mm-hmm. Can't pull a Man City and not play any of your youth players.
I mean, it's more like Man City are pulling a Chelsea. I haven't seen Chelsea play a youth player. I mean, they played Loftus-Cheek a couple times.
I don't know what happened to him.
The title was already won.
Yeah. No.
Anyway.
Even when they won the title, they were like, no, we can't play him.
Yeah, it's true. On to my plan for how to fix Chelsea.
Okay.
I would put Courtois in goal.
Oh, no shit.
Really?
I know. I specify. Because Begovic was playing, and he wasn't that bad. So I specify. Especially after you just said Courtois was at fault for that goal. Fuck off.
What do you mean he was?
Across the back. Azpilicueta, Zuma, Cahill, Baba.
Other way around. You gotta go left to right.
No, I go right to left.
Nope, you go left to right. Nobody goes right to left.
Fine, Azpilicueta right back, Zuma and Cahill in the middle, Baba left back. I'll specify.
Thank you.
Because I think Azpilicueta is way, way better than Ivanovic. And I think he's better on the right because he's right-footed. And that's just an OCD thing I have, is I like my fullbacks to be that sided.
Yeah, it makes sense.
In the middle, I'd have Modric at CDM because he's such a good player, and then I would have Ramirez alongside him for that more dynamic
CDM
midfield guy. But at the same time, he can still defend. And a couple of seasons ago, he was scoring goals. So I mean, the guy can.
Even this year, he's been.
Yeah, even this year he did score a couple, didn't he? He's been good when he plays. He just never plays.
Yeah, Mourinho's stupid.
So I'd stick Ramirez in there. Then I would play a 3 attacking midfielder formation. So a right attacking mid, a center attacking mid, a left attacking mid. On the left, it would be Hazard. In the middle, it would be Fabregas. On the right, it would be Pedro. And up front, I would put Willian. Because Willian played striker for Shakhtar Donetsk before you guys bought him. When you bought him, he was a striker. And you moved him out wide. I would put Willian up front. Because he's scoring goals this season. He's a fast, pacey striker. Then that intermixing, Hazard up front thing that Mourinho's trying to actually work. When you have Pedro, Willian, and Hazard as the 3 interchanging because all 3 can score. So that would be what I would do. And then in January, depending on how it went, if Willian up front, I would keep it the way it was.
And then I'd bring in Teixeira from Shakhtar as well. They're looking at him actually. So
yeah. And then if that worked in January, what I would do is I would bring in a better midfielder to replace Ramirez. So I would look at a Pogba or a Matuidi or
cheeky Pogba.
Nainggolan or a Verratti or something like that. Someone better.
My God.
That. That could replace Ramirez. But really, other than that, I don't think you guys need that much. And then in the summer, you need to completely overhaul your defense.
Yeah.
Because your defense is too old.
They don't need that much because they just won the league last year.
No, but their defense is old.
They need to bring in Stones.
Terry's not lasting.
No,
Cahill's got a couple years left, but he's still getting up there. Ivanovic is too old. Baba is your only left back if you move Azpilicueta across to the right. So I mean, you don't need a complete overhaul, but you need 2 or 3 more defenders.
If you bring in John Stones, then you have a lot of flexibility because apparently Zuma can play right back too.
Yeah.
And CDM. Yeah. And then when we're down 2 goals, he plays striker. So it's he does everything.
So that would be how do I fix Chelsea? That would be what I would do. Brian said he was going to decide a winner.
All right, no, both options are
I picked Dylan.
Pretty decent. Arpan, don't get ahead of me, man. I liked Arpan's idea with the whole selling Ivanovic because I don't like him at all.
That was also in my idea, but okay.
No, my idea happened first.
Yeah, Arpan texted it to us yesterday or something, but
a week ago.
Yep.
Whatever. And I like Dylan's idea with the 3 cams and Ramirez up top. I mean, not Ramirez, Willian up top. So I'm gonna go with Dylan.
Hey.
I also agree with Dylan's. I like that better. Mostly, I mean, that's what they have been playing. That's what they started off the year playing. That's what they played all of last year. But the problem is, what they do is they put Fabregas at CDM, and he's a cam. So
and
like,
he doesn't have the stamina to he can do that for like a game, couple games. But when you're playing 3 games a week for a full season, he doesn't have the energy and the stamina to do that.
I mean, and then Willian just like drops in. So it's basically like you have, I don't even know. Fabregas is stupid.
Agreed.
And
for multiple decisions he's made throughout his career, like going to Chelsea.
No, it worked last year.
Yeah, okay.
It's like the first half.
First half, exactly. That's how he always is. Speaking of Willian,
Are we going all the way to the Champions League now?
Nope, kind of. Ish. A little bit. I did Google that stat from last week, and Willian has 4 direct free kicks scored in the Champions League. He has already tied the record, which is 4. So if he scores even one more, he will have broken the record. At least that's what my research found. So there you go, Arpan. You were right about that.
Pretty sure I said that last time.
I think you did, but I said I would confirm it, so I can.
Okay, that's fine.
Back to the Premier League real quick. I just want to throw that out there. We're on the subject of Willian. Watford, how good are they? Are they good enough to stay in the league?
Yes.
I agree.
They already have enough points to not be relegated.
I don't know about that.
What does Aston Villa have? 5 or 6?
6 now.
They have 6, exactly.
Speaking of Villa, they did get a point this weekend.
It was a quick Sunderland. I mean, not Sunderland, a quick Watford game.
But it was, I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing really.
They're good.
More.
I mean, their strikers are going to keep them in this league.
They beat Norwich. Come on.
Right. Norwich isn't terrible either. I mean, we can't really bash on
Norwich is one. They're tied. Their goal differential from being outside of the relegation zone.
True. But I don't know. I think their strikers are going to keep them in this league. I think their strikers are good.
Yes.
I really think that's all there is to talk about Watford for this week.
And their left back's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Chelsea.
He's a Chelsea.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly. It was okay. I know.
It's okay.
Villa got a point, but I still think they're going to get relegated. Not much else to say. I mean,
shout out to Southampton because, like, every year, every team just takes their good players, but every year they manage to finish middle of the table and do decently well.
It's true. If they could just keep their players, they'd be good. But at the same time, if they kept their players, they wouldn't be able to afford the players they bought. So
Exactly.
It goes either way. And like we said, we haven't seen Everton Palace yet, so you guys will know when this comes out what happened. Do we want
Barkley
to predict it real quick?
It's either Barkley or Bolasie is going to score a brace, and whoever scores the brace, that team's going to win.
Interesting. I want to agree with you actually because that sounds awesome. Actually, no, that sounds terrible. Can Zaha score a brace? Because
sure,
my brother has Barkley, Lukaku, and Bolasie on fantasy, and I need him to not.
Fantasy is basically there's you and one of your brothers,
Austin.
200 points ahead of everyone.
Yep.
And then Braden's 100 points ahead of us, and then it's me, Brian, and
I know
their friend.
Mine last.
No,
almost.
Yes.
Austin's friend isn't last. You're second last.
Yeah. Fuck.
Actually, he was above you at one point.
Yeah, but who we got above him?
I'm not sure what
is
it is
Rudy
right now.
still my captain?
Probably.
We don't know. I haven't looked at my team for so long, but apparently he's doing good now. I only looked at it because Sanchez is gone. Sanchez was my captain, and I was like, I should probably fix that.
He has Barkley, Lukaku, and Bolasie, my brother. So I need combined those 3 to not get more than 17 points.
Barkley's on my team. I need him to score a hat-trick.
I need them not to get 17 points, please.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it for the Premier League for this weekend. Oh, no, we skipped Liverpool.
No. Liverpool got shafted.
Banana.
Rewinding, because I skipped it somehow. Newcastle
the Jurgen
Liverpool.
flopped.
He's been saving that joke since before the podcast started.
Brian remembered me. Shout out to Brian.
Yeah. See, people might have not have heard anything, but we had a secret code word, so.
Banana was the
He said
code.
banana was the code.
Oh, no. I was going to have him guess.
It was pretty obvious when you randomly said the word banana. It's pretty obvious when you said the word banana.
All right,
Either way,
all right.
Guys,
Newcastle.
leave in the comment section below what word you thought was a key word.
If it was banana.
You guys are second such a kill shot.
So Newcastle.
Leave a like if the keyword is banana.
Right. Good call.
Oh, nice.
Good call. Liverpool or Newcastle off to the worst start to a season since 1988. They managed to win 2-0 against Liverpool, who have been in high-flying form. Is this a turning point for them?
Yeah.
Wijnaldum is literally a savior.
It's true.
He literally, that's
Literally.
the reason they have a chance.
I mean, he got I don't know if he'll be credited with an assist, but he forced the own goal yesterday, and then he scored the second goal.
He didn't get an assist.
He didn't get an assist. Either way, he scored that goal to seal it. And it was a really nice goal, and he played well the whole game. I think he's way too good for Newcastle.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's I think he could be at a top four team. Honestly.
Oh, Chelsea's not top.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be starting, but I think he could be at a top 4 team.
I think he'd rather start.
I agree.
Yeah.
But he's still 24, 25?
25.
Give him a couple years, he could be a starter in a top 4 team,
Yes.
If he goes there, spends a season as a super sub, playing in midweek games or whatever, I think he has the potential to do it. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him in the summer if he keeps up this form, because I think he's a beast.
Fun stat. Newcastle scored 15 goals all year, and Wijnaldum has 7 of them.
Nice. Good stat.
Yeah, and half of them came from that one game that they won 6-1 or whatever.
What did he score? 5 goals?
6-2, whatever it was. But
Sissoko's good too. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
He's
he's been struggling this season though. I mean,
he has 5 assists.
They come
they're all in
but
one game.
4 of them
He has flashes.
6-2. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Despite Newcastle's win, I still think Steve McLaren has to go. There's nonsense with having a motivational speaker warming up on the field with the players.
But it worked.
It worked once, but he's done it all season. They keep losing. It's just nonsense. You could see before the game, no one wanted to talk to him. He kept walking up to players trying to talk to him, and they kept turning their backs and trying to warm up.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Acts.
I still think he has to go. I think they won the game because Wijnaldum is an animal. I don't think they won the game because Wijnaldum. I don't think they won the game.
Dumbass doesn't even know how to say his name.
I don't think they won the game because McLaren did anything. I think they won the game because Wijnaldum went off. So I think McLaren still has to go.
If they lost that game, I think he would have gotten next.
I agree. I mean, I don't know who to bring in for Newcastle, but I think there are better managers out there than Steve McLaren. So that's my thoughts.
Could bring in
Moyes.
Sir Alex Ferguson.
I thought you were going to say David Moyes again.
David Moyes. I did say that earlier.
I know. I thought you were going to say it again for Newcastle.
No, I did. When you were talking about them, I just said
Moyes. You did?
Yeah.
Moyes.
And now we're going to talk about our team of the weeks. Brian.
All right. So my team of the week, as you can see on the screen, I got Murray and Igalo up top, with Mahrez and Shaqiri on the wings, Ozil, Wijnaldum, and Fletcher in the middle, Shawcross, Reed, Lescott, and then De Gea in goal. The reason I chose Reed is because he was savage against Man U. We had nothing by him. Do I have to talk about everyone?
No, you don't have to talk about everyone. Just shout out whoever you feel like.
Murray because he scored the game winner against Chelsea. Oops.
True.
Mahrez because he got a hat trick, whatever. Ozil because he's leading Europe with so many assists and got another one. Fletcher because he was just a savage against Everton.
No.
Everton play tonight.
Tottenham.
Same team. They're both the same thing. They're literally the same.
Yeah, I always confuse those two teams. They are the same.
Because they always finish 6th and 7th every year. Or something like that. I made that up. Nobody looked it up.
They finish 6th and 7th every year. Everyone, fact check this. Report back to me for next week. Leave it in the comments. If they finish 6th and 7th every year forever.
Just right now.
I got. Is it Igalo up top? Igalo.
Yeah.
Because he won the pen that gave Dini his goal, and he also scored another. So it's kind of 2 goals for him. And
he scored one that was disallowed.
Yeah.
Wrongly.
Wrong. Yeah, he was onside. Watford could have smacked them.
Yeah.
My team is savage. So.
Well, it's the team of the week. I would hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
Arpan.
And on to Arpan.
Okay.
So wait. Hold on. Manager. Who's your manager of the week, Brian? It's Eddie Howe from Bournemouth, Brian.
Eddie Howe.
I was going to look it up.
I already knew it. Eddie Howe from Bournemouth was Brian's manager of the week. On to Arpan.
Brian, this was Brian's idea, by the way.
Brian is creative director of the podcast.
My idea was the team of the week and the manager.
Oh, yeah. He did the other one, too. Savage. Okay, so mine's decently similar. Up front, I have both Watford strikers because, as Brian said, they created all the goals. And, I put in Shaqiri and Arnautovic on left mid and right mid because they both played very well against Man City. Shaqiri set up Arnautovic both times that he scored. Arnautovic could have scored like a double hat trick if he was a clinicer finish or
Clinicer.
Does that make him informed though then? Because he missed so many chances.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone. They didn't play perfect, but I mean, they played really well against Man City. And I don't remember whose YouTube video I was watching. It might have been
Spencer's, probably.
Spencer. Yeah, he called him the poor man's Ibrahimovic.
Who?
Nope, it wasn't Spencer.
Okay, it might have been. It might have been George Benson, herder of Buffalo.
Sure.
Called him the poor man's Ibra, which I agree with kind of because he's like thick man, attitude same way. He's got the little man bun. Anyways, I have Mahrez at cam because of the hat trick he scored. Wijnaldum, wow, because he's Ronaldo basically.
You can't.
I can't speak right now because words are hard sometimes. Wijnaldum and Ramsey also in the midfield because Wijnaldum won Newcastle the game, and Ramsey because of his assisting savageness on his first game back, I believe. Yes, no, Dylan? Was it his first game back?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Well, first starting? No, it was last week. Second game.
Okay, that's fine. First game back that I saw.
Sure.
And then I put in Reed in defense because he was a savage. Shawcross, same reason. And then I also put in Simon Francis from Bournemouth because it seemed like every time that Chelsea attacked, he was the one making a tackle or clearing the ball and all that jazz. And I also put Boric, the goalie from Bournemouth, in because he kept a clean sheet against the best team in the Premier League.
I think that's funny how you put him in there.
What? It's true. He played really well. I thought.
And also,
So assault.
no, the Halo's on my bench. He got. I don't even know. Whatever the word is.
My honorable mentions are both goalkeepers, Czech and Adrian.
Yeah. Oh, my other honorable mention was Dele Alli. Okay, and on to Dylan.
On to me. Well, I'm at the end, and it's the team of the week for the same league, so like I have a lot of overlap. But I both want for triggers like Arpan because they savaged it, and I think they're both really good players. Mahrez for his hat trick. What?
You put in Boric at goal too?
No.
That's mine.
I'm looking at Arpan's.
I have Arnautovic and Wijnaldum on the wings because savagery.
What the fuck is yours?
Ozil, it's the third one.
It's the one before yours.
Oh.
Ozil and Ramsey in the midfield. Brian talked about Ozil, Arpan talked about Ramsey. Reed at the back, and then the main difference for me was I had Morgan and Huth as my two other center backs because, they didn't necessarily have a ton to do against Swansea, but that's because they kept them so quiet just with their positioning and their experience.
And they played Swansea.
Yeah, sure. But they've been scoring a lot, so I mean, I don't know. That was
No
pretty good
Shaqiri out of
performance
you?
for them. I get there. De Gea in goal, and then my honorable mentions on the bench are Shaqiri from Stoke, Alderweireld from Tottenham, and Dele Alli from Tottenham.
Yes.
Arvin, did you say a manager of the week?
Oh, no, mine would be Mark Hughes.
Okay, well,
Stoke.
you stole my damn manager of the week. My manager of the week is also Mark Hughes because I feel his thunder was stolen by Bournemouth because that was a really good victory by him. And he's got his front three playing really well.
It was actually a victory. Bournemouth was like,
I mean, it happened. They did also win.
It happened. It was more of like a smash and grab. This was just like utter domination.
I hear some Brian, do you smell salt in the air?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a cold. I can't really smell anything.
Well, I definitely hear it coming from his mouth. Either way.
What?
Yo, manager of the year so far though, Claudio Ranieri from last day.
Yeah, for sure.
Jose Mourinho. What?
Yeah, he's my manager of the year.
Last year, maybe.
Nope.
Like the beginning.
He's my manager of the year for dragging you guys down.
Oh yeah, you like that part. I forgot.
Predictions. All right, first game is Norwich Everton. Everton is going to win that easily. Write that one down.
Got it.
Right.
He's got it. You just keep going.
All right, next game. We'll go Sunderland Watford. Chuck up the W.
Okay.
Next game, West Ham Stoke. Tie.
Draw. I'm writing draw.
Yeah, that's fine. That's better.
Whatever. Man City, Swansea. Check guys. Man City.
Okay. Man City.
Crystal Palace, Southampton, Palace. Man U, Bournemouth, Man U.
Shocker.
Shut up.
I mean, they're gonna win, but
Yeah.
I hope.
right.
Aston Villa, Arsenal. This is a tough one. JK, Arsenal. Tottenham, Newcastle. We'll go draw.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
And then Leicester, Chelsea. We're going to go Chelsea. Shout out, Arpan.
I'm okay. I'm not even gonna pick them, but okay.
I know. I hope.
Oh, and in case
but I
anyone
don't
listening
wanna.
didn't figure it out by this point, we're predicting next week's games. I don't know if we ever said that. We're gonna predict games. And we're gonna keep track. We're gonna keep track for the whole season and see who gets most correct. And
starting halfway into the season.
Yeah, just before halfway.
Less than halfway.
But yeah, just in case anyone didn't figure that out, that's what's going on. Arpan, your turn.
What?
Well, Brian said them all. It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go in the same order that Brian did. For Norwich v Everton, got to give that one to Everton. Sunderland Watford. I think that one's going to be a draw. I think Sunderland are going to pull out a goal somehow. And at home, you never know.
True.
Teams play better at home.
Oh, is the top team home? I don't think about that.
The first team is home.
Yeah, the first team's home. Yeah, I don't. For some reason, it matters a lot in soccer, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Anyways, Crystal Palace, Southampton. I think I'm going to give that one to Southampton's going to pull up an upset.
Whoa.
I definitely did that in the
F.
wrong. I did that in the wrong order, but I'm going to move that. Okay, Stoke and West Ham. Going to give that one to the Hammers. The Hammers. West Ham's going to win it. Man City v Swansea. Got to be Man City. And then, as I said, Southampton against Crystal Palace. Man U versus Bournemouth. It's got to be Man United. I don't see Bournemouth pulling up another one.
Yeah, they came in 2 of those in a row.
Yeah, no.
They might draw. But
They might. Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
Arsenal at Villa. I think Arsenal's going to smack them easily. Liverpool, West Brom. I think Liverpool's going to pull it back. They're not going to have 2 poor performances in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham, Newcastle. Going to go with Tottenham. And Chelsea, Leicester, I'm going to go with draw.
Okay, I like that.
You ready for me?
What? Who are you?
My order is slightly different than yours, so don't get confused.
Did you just
hold on.
Google?
Yeah, but mine's on my phone, so it's thinner. So it's in. I gotta win. West Ham, Stoke. No. Yeah, West Ham, Stoke. Stoke's gonna win.
Stoke.
No.
Yep, Stoke's gonna win.
Okay.
Stoke. No.
I was... Never mind.
That's fine.
Watford are gonna win. Man City are gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, they can't. They're going to be angry after last week.
Palace, Southampton are gonna draw.
Palace doesn't draw.
They're gonna.
Another one.
Man United's gonna win. Arsenal's gonna win. Tottenham, Newcastle are gonna draw.
Yeah.
Liverpool's gonna win. Chelsea's gonna win.
Why
No
are
one's on
you guys
Leicester.
doing this? Why are you guys
No
doing
one's
that?
on Leicester's side.
Why would
It's
you
okay,
do
man.
I just
Me and
have a
Dylan
feeling.
We want Chelsea to win because we need Leicester to lose.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, so things that we all agreed on. We all agreed that Everton's going to beat Norwich.
Yeah, I want to change
man.
that. I'm going to say tie now. They're going to tie.
The fuck?
Okay, do you
All right.
want I can change
No,
it.
it's
Okay.
okay.
No,
It's okay.
Okay, final answer.
Everton.
Everton. Okay, so we all agree on Everton. We all agree on City, United, Arsenal, and Liverpool. So the top three besides, for some reason, you guys hate Leicester today. And out of the three of us, the one Chelsea fan is the only person that picked Chelsea to not win the game.
That's okay. You're modest. You're modest.
I'm realistic.
Honest? Are you looking for the word honest?
Modest.
Realistic. He's looking for the word mataist.
Modest on menu. Doesn't work.
He used to play for Chelsea.
Oh, that's a cool story, bro.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Good talk. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for this week's EPL section. I'm still not sure if Champions League section is going to be connected to the end of this or is going to go as a separate video. But that's it for the EPL. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.
Next time.
Later. Next time that we talk about soccer, which might be in 30 seconds. Who knows?
Don't go change.
They don't know that.
Leave a like, subscribe. Peace.
Bye.